So if you have lost a great employee in the last 6 months, you're not alone. Fortunately or unfortunately, we are in one of the highest turnover, best employment scenarios that we've had in a very long time. And so that means really great employees are starting to feel more confident that they should jump ship and try working somewhere else. So here are the big tips that I'm going to give you for what you can do to keep your employees longer because of the 4 reasons that employees actually quit. Hey guys, I'm Gabrielle Boucher, and this is your Millennial Minute. So one of the big reasons that employees quit is one of the things that people tell me first and foremost whenever I speak at conferences. I ask folks all the time, why do you think people quit? And inevitably they'll say money. Money's a big reason that people are willing to jump ship, especially those hourly employees. If they can make 25 cents, 45 cents, $1 more an hour, they're willing to jump ship. And that's really more of a reflection on the value add that they don't feel that they're getting at the organization itself. All of our research shows that people stay even if they're being paid less than their competitors. Why? Because there are so many other aspects to a job rather than just the compensation. There is the health and wellness, the flexibility, the ability to feel like they're making a difference. So really focus on, rather than looking at how can we give our employees more money, how can we create an environment that people don't want to leave? That being said, it's not that money doesn't matter. In the economy of employment, money translates into value. So if you're paying someone $10 an hour and someone's going to pay them $12 an hour, that person inevitably will think, well, that other company will value me more because they're paying me more. So don't consider your employees to be, greedy and undeserving. A lot of times they're just making the best decision for their family. A lot of times also too, employees don't understand compensation programs and how it actually works, how they get paid. So take some time to explain to them the overall business model of the company itself, so that way they understand if they can't get a bonus this year or what their compensation opportunities look like in the future, honestly, not just the ideal scenario, so that way they know and they feel more informed and they feel like a partner rather than just a recipient. Number 2 reason that folks actually quit is because they don't feel that they have any ownership or responsibility. Now, there's nothing more frustrating than to work on a project, put your head down, work hard on something, and really feel like you can make a difference, then hand it off to someone, and then nothing happens, right? You've worked so hard, and then the project dies. There's something as humans that is really discouraging about giving ourselves to something and then nothing happening from it. And a lot of our employees feel that way. They feel that they come in and they give you their best and they work hard for you and then nothing happens. Or they have an idea and they bring it to their boss and then they really can't make a difference. And so find ways to give your employees even micro responsibilities, even if they're an intern or newer to the job or don't have the proficiency yet. Give them little wins throughout their job responsibility so that they really feel that yes, what they do matters, yes, they can make a difference, and yes, they actually do have some really core responsibilities that make a big difference overall. The 3rd reason that folks quit is training and development. Now, this is one of the top reasons that millennials quit. That's where we spend a lot of our time, is helping organizations how to find and keep and engage their next generation talent. But the truth is, development works for everyone, no matter your age. The key difference when it comes to generational development is that an older generation may be looking for certifications or conferences or more titles to feel like they're being developed. A younger generation may want to have more ownership, responsibility, or creativity powers. So realizing the development aspect of it is really key. If you're losing people, it's because you're not investing in them. The change has happened inside of employment that employees want to know that you are invested in them before they invest in you. So don't do the arbitrary, we'll wait a year or 2 years before we start to really feel that you're worth us developing. Soon as they get there, you need to say, hey, we're so excited that you're part of our team. Here are the core competencies we want to see you develop in the next 6 months. And that is going to be really key when it comes to keeping your employees longer and keeping them from quitting. The 4th big aspect when it comes to how do you keep and grow your employee base is to focus on really the overall culture. If there's a toxic culture, people are going to quit. The number 1 reason that Society for Human Resource Management, or SHRM, has found that all employees quit is their supervisor or boss. So it doesn't matter how much they're getting paid or how cool the commute is, or if they have free puppies every Thursday. If they have a bad relationship with their boss, they're willing to quit. And oftentimes as employers, we put folks into management and supervisor roles who shouldn't be there. We say, well, you can do the job nominally better than the other guys, so we're going to put you in charge, rather than looking for folks who have those leadership skills. Or better yet, developing those leadership skills as soon as folks get hired, rather than waiting for them to be put into a manager role. So consider the role that supervisors and managers are playing in your turnover. If you have a supervisor who, in their department, there's higher turnover, look at what that supervisor is doing. Can they adjust their habits? Can they improve? If they're not improving, it may be time for you to eliminate that supervisor. Because although they may have a great role, they are poisoning the well of the rest of your talent, and in the long term, it's going to be even more expensive for you to continue to grow if you have 1 or 2 toxic supervisors inside of your organization. So those are my 4 big tips for you to realize why your employees are quitting. Now, what you may not realize is that if you are waiting for exit interview information, those one-on-ones that you have with folks as you're getting ready to leave, it's already too late. So if you haven't already, download our sample stay interview template that I give out to folks for free all the time, that actually gives you a template to find out why people stay. So that way you can encourage people by really focusing on the things that they love about your company versus having to clean things up on the back end when they've already put in their 2 weeks. So that's it for me. I'm Gabrielle Boucher. That was your Millennial Minute.